Right, lesson number 7. I'm Mr. Simons. We're looking at products and fractions. Now I know you all don't like fractions, but fractions are really not that difficult. Always say people that complain about fractions don't like to share. So get in the habit of sharing. The more you share and help people, the better you become in math. Right, so if you look at number 1, distributive law. 1.1, I have 2 over 3 times 3x times negative 6y. Right, now for some odd reason you'll carry this bad habit from grade 9. The 3x don't get multiplied bottom and top. This is 3x over 1. So we say 3x times 2 and the bottom stays 3. Positive times negative, negative 6y times 2 and the 3 stays at the bottom. I don't multiply top and bottom. There's only one value given. So 2 times 3x gives me 6x. 2 times 6y gives me 12y. Denominators are the same, so I can add the numerators or I can simplify. 6 divided by 3 gives me 2x. 12y divided by 3 gives me negative 4y. So hope you understand. Very important. Look at the second one. It's going to become 5x times 2 over 5. Negative times positive stays negative. 15y times 2. Right, 5 times 2 gives me 10x. 10x divided by 5 gives me 2x. 2 times 15y gives me 30y. 30y divided by 5 gives me negative 6y. So that's the basics with distributive law. Right, now in the second one, we're going to look at when we multiply binomial by binomial. So here we have 1 over 4x plus 1 over 3y, 1 over 3x minus 1 over 4y. Right, so first times first. So 1 over 4x times 1 over 3x. So we're going to say 1 times 1, 4 times 3, and then x times x. For second one, positive times negative stays negative. So my outers, now I would have 1 times 1, 4 times 4. X times y. Positive times positive stays positive. So that becomes 1 times 1, 3 times 3, and that x times y. That's for my inners. And for my outers, or the last, 1 over 3, positive times negative stays negative. 1 times 1, 3 times 4, y times y. So I color coded it there with the hope you can see what I am doing. Right, so 1 times 1 stays 1, 4 times 3 is 7, I'm just joking, 12, x times x, x squared. Negative stays negative, 1 times 1 is 2, sorry, 1, just joking. 4 times 4 is 16, x times y. 1 times 1 gives me 1, 3 times 3 9, x times y, simply written as xy. My last value here, 1 times 1. 3 times 4 is 12, y times y, y squared. In the middle there, you see we have like terms. Right, 16 times 9 gives me basically 144. Now I'm lying 90 and 54, yeah, 144. Right, so if we simplify, we would have 9 here and 16. Minus 9 plus 16 would give me minus 7 over 144. Right, you have a calculator, you can do it on there, but I've added the like terms. That simply stayed and that simply stayed. Alright, so that's fractions, binomial by binomial. Let's look at problem number 3. Alright, so in the third problem now, we have squaring a binomial. So we have two terms, binomial, in a bracket, and we have to square it. Right, so first term must be multiplied by itself. So 4m squared times 4m squared. For the middle term, we always say first term in the bracket times the last term in the bracket times 2. So 4m squared times 1 over m squared times 2. For the last term, 1 over m squared times 1 over m squared. 4 times 4 would give me 16. M squared times m squared, 2 plus 2. Bases are the same, we add the exponents. There, 4m squared times 1. Remember, this is 4m squared over 1. So this is multiplied on top, divided by m squared times the 2. At the end here, 1 times 1 stays 1. M squared times m squared, bases are the same, add the exponents, so 2 plus 2. So that becomes 16m4. The m squared cancels with m squared. 4 times 2 would give me 8. And that simply becomes 1 over m to the power 4. So this variation you'll find a lot in your past exam papers where we test squaring binomial. One is given as a fraction. Alright. Now binomial by trinomial, this is just more complex. Alright. So first term times all 3 terms. Last term times all 3 terms. Alright, so x cubed goes on top, right, times 1. So there, 1x cubed times 1x squared, 5 times 2 at the bottom. 1x cubed times 1xy squared, 5 times 4 at the bottom. 1x cubed times 1y cubed, there, and then 4 times 5 at the bottom. So my first 3. If I come to the second one, negative times positive, negative, y squared times x squared on top, 4 times 2 at the bottom. Negative times positive gives me negative. On top, I have x squared times xy squared, and then 4 times 4. Negative times positive become negative, and again I have y squared times y cubed on top, and then I have 4 times 4 at the bottom. Now I've simplified x cubed times x squared, bases are the same, 3 plus 2 would give me x5. 5 times 2, 10. X cubed times x becomes x to the power 4, y squared over 20. X cubed times y cubed, 5 times 4, 20. Y squared times x squared simply becomes x squared, y squared, 4 times 2, 8. And there, x squared times, or x stays x, y squared times y squared, y4, 4 times 4, 16. And there, x squared times y cubed gives me y5, 4 times 4, 16. You can see on the top there's no like term, so we can't simplify any further. Right, so I hope you understand, I hope you enjoy the lesson so far. Wish you nothing but the best.